We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Dear students, today our subject of discussion is discrete mathematics and the topic is graph theory. So in the previous video I discussed about different graphs and its characteristics and the basic of graph theory. Today I will start with this topic with some graph theory theorems. So let me discuss about theorem number 1. So theorem number 1 states that the sum of degrees of all the vertices in a graph G is always even, or it is twice the number of edges in a graph. So the theorem states that sum of degrees of all the vertices in a graph G is always even, or it can be considered also as it is twice the number of edges in a graph G. So let me discuss its proof. We know that each edge contributes 2 degrees in a graph. That is, each edge contributes 1 degree to each of the vertices to which it is incident. Thus, if there are n vertices and capital N edges, that is number of edges are n in a graph G, then degree of V1 plus degree of V2 plus degree of V3 plus up to plus degree of Vn, it must be twice n, that is twice into number of edges in a graph, G. So let we discuss its example, related example of theorem number 1. Here in this example we need to prove that using the given graph we have to prove that summation of, that is sum of degrees of all the vertices is equal to twice the number of edges in a graph G. So here we need to evaluate the degrees of all the vertices in a graph, and then we take addition of all these degrees and we prove that it is twice the number of edges in a graph G. So here we have total vertices are V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. So here the degree of vertex V1 is 3 because it is incident to 3 edges. Therefore here degree of V1 is 3. Now degree of V2 is 4 because the degree of loop at V2 it's counted twice. Therefore loop's degree counted twice plus other 2 incident edges at vertex V2. Therefore total degree of vertex V2 is 4. Now degree of vertex V3 is 3 as it is incident to 3 edges. Degree of V3 is equal to 3. Degree of vertex V4 is also 3. And degree of vertex V5 is 1. Therefore, the sum of all these degrees of vertices, that is degree of V1 plus degree of V2 plus degree of V3 degree of V4 plus degree of V5 is equal to 40. So it can be written as 2 into 7. Now we have 7 edges in a graph G, E1, E2, E3, E4, E5 and E6. So we have total 7 edges in our given graph. So we have 2 multiplied by number of edges is 7. Therefore here sum of all the degrees of vertices, that is degree of Vi, where I is from 1 to 5, is equal to twice E, that is twice multiplied by number of edges. Now we discuss theorem number 2. Theorem 2 states that the number of odd degree vertices in a graph G is even. So first we consider the vertices of a graph G. Let V1, V2, V3 up to Vk and U1, U2, U3 up to Un are all the vertices of a graph G. Out of this we assume that V1, V2, V3 up to Vk be the vertices with odd degree and U1, U2, U3 up to Un be the vertices with even degree in a graph G. As degree of U1, U2, U3 up to Un is even, therefore its sum degree of U1 plus degree of U2 plus degree of U3 plus up to plus degree of Un is equal to even number, because addition of even number is always a even number. Now from theorem 1 we can say that the sum of degrees of all the vertices in a graph G is always even. That means we have vertices of a graph G are V1, V2, V3 up to Vk and U1, U2, U3 up to Un. Therefore the sum of degrees of all these vertices is degree of U1 plus degree of U2 plus degree of U3 plus up to plus degree of Un plus degree of V1 plus degree of V2 plus up to plus degree of Vk is equal to even number because of theorem number 1. Therefore degree of U1 plus degree of U2 plus degree of U3 plus up to plus degree of Un is equal to even number minus degree of V1 plus degree of V2 plus up to plus degree of Vk. Therefore degree of V1 plus degree of V2 plus degree of V3 plus up to plus degree of Vk is equal to even number minus even number, as because degree of U1 plus degree of U2 plus degree of U3 plus up to plus degree of Un is even number. Therefore even number minus even number is again even number, and since degree of V1, degree of V2 and up to degree of Vk are odd numbers, because we have assumed that they are vertices with odd degree. That means that k must be an even number to make their total as even number, and hence the theorem is proved. So here we discuss some examples related to the theorems. Example 1 is a graph G has 15 edges, 3 vertices of degree n and other vertices of degree 3. Find the number of vertices in a graph G. So here we need to evaluate the number of vertices in a given graph G. So first we assume that there are n be the total number of vertices in a given graph G. Therefore, by using theorem 1, we can say that the degree of G is equal to twice the number of edges, which is equal to 2 into 15, because here it is given that G has 15 edges. Therefore, 2 into 15 is equal to 30 edges. Now, the degree of G is equal to 3 into 4 plus n minus 3 into 3, which is equal to twice the number of edges, that is 30. As it is given that there are 3 vertices of degree 4, that means 3 vertices of degree 4, and out of n the other vertices are n minus 3. Therefore here vertices of degree 4, therefore degree of G is equal to 3 into 4 plus total number of vertices are n, therefore the remaining vertices are n minus 3. So n minus 3 vertices is of degree 3, therefore n minus 3 into 3 is equal to twice the number of edges, which is equal to 30. So after simplification, here we get that n is equal to 9. Therefore, there are n vertices in a given graph G. Now, let us discuss another example. Find the number of edges in a graph G if it has 5 vertices each of degree 2. So, we know that the degree of G is equal to 2 into number of edges because of theorem number 1. So, degree of G is equal to, here 5 vertices each of degree 2. Therefore, degree of G is equal to 5 into 2, which is equal to 2 into number of edges. Therefore, number of edges is equal to, after the simplification of above steps, we get 5 into 2 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So, there are total 5 edges in a given graph G. Definition of complete graph: a simple graph G in which every pair of distinct vertices are adjacent is called a complete graph. If G is a complete graph of n vertices, then it is denoted by Kn. So this means that here each and every vertex is connected with other vertex. That means each and every vertex is adjacent to other vertex. Here the complete graphs K3, K4 and K5 are given because the first graph consists of 3 vertices, second graph consists of 4 vertices and third graph is of 5 vertices. So it is denoted by K3, K4 and K5. In a complete graph, there is an edge between every pair of vertices. In the given graphs, there is an edge exists between each and every pair of vertices. Kn is called n-1 regular graph. As these graphs have n vertices, it is n-1 regular graph, because here in first graph it is denoted by K3, but it has 2 degrees. Each vertex has degree 2. Therefore, it is 2 regular graph. This graph is 3 regular graph because each vertex is of degree 3, and here it is a 4 regular graph because each vertex is of degree 4. Kn has exactly n into n-1 by 2 edges. Here each Kn has exactly n into n-1 by 2 edges. Therefore, that it means that K3 has 3 into 3 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 into 2 by 2 is equal to 3 edges. So here K3 has 3 edges, 1, 2 and 3. So it is proved. So here we prove one example, that a simple graph of order 4 and size n does not exist. We already discussed the order and size of a graph. If G is a graph, then order 4 is number of vertices in a graph, that is cardinality of V is equal to here 4, and size is number of edges in a graph, therefore cardinality E is equal to, here we have 7. Now the maximum number of edges in a graph G is equal to n into n-1 by 2, which is equal to, here we have vertices n is equal to 4, therefore 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2, which is equal to 6. Therefore maximum number of edges in a graph G, that is we have 6, but it is given that the number of edges in graph G is 7, and here 7 is greater than 6, which is contradiction to our supposition in our theorem. Therefore, here G cannot be exist. That is, there cannot be a simple graph with order 4 and size 7. Now here we discuss path reachability and connectedness in a graph. So what is path? In any sequence of edges of a digraph that is directed graph, such that the terminal node of any edge in the sequence is the initial node of the edge if any appearing next in the sequence defines a path of the graph. A path is said to be traversed through the nodes appearing in the sequence, originating in the initial node of the first edge and ending in the terminal node of the last edge in the sequence. The number of edges appearing in the sequence of a path is called the length of a path. So, using this diagram, here we discuss some of the paths originating at node 1 and ending at node 3. So, here path 1 is 1, 2, 2, 3. So, this path is originating at 1 and terminating at 3, that is 1, 2, 2, 3. The another path is 1, 4, 4, 3. 1, 4, 4, 3. Now the next path is 1, 2, 2, 4 and 4, 3. The another path P4 is 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. The fifth path is P5 is equal to 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, 1, 4, 4, 3 and P6. So here there are different paths which originates at same vertex 1 and ending at same vertex 3. That is, each and every path is originating at 1 and ending at vertex 3. So in path P1, 1, 2 denotes edge 1, 2 and 2, 3 denotes edge 2, 3. So here we can consider different paths which are originating at node 1 and ending at node 3 according to the given diagram. So a path in a diagram in which the edges are all distinct is called simple path or edge simple. A path in which the edges are all distinct, that means the edges are not repeating, then this path is called a simple path or edge simple. A path in diagram in which all the nodes through which it traverses are distinct is called elementary path or node simple. That means if nodes through which it traverses are all distinct, that it means that the nodes are not in repeating, then that path is called elementary path or node simple. Also, a path which originates and ends at same node is called a cycle or circuit. A cycle is called simple if its path is simple. Here, a path which originates and ends at the same node is called a cycle or circuit. A cycle is called simple if its path is simple. That means cycle is called simple if no edges are repeating in that cycle. That is, no edges in the cycle appear more than once. That means no edges are repeating. Then that cycle is called simple. A cycle is called elementary if it does not traverse through any node more than once. A cycle is elementary cycle if it traverses through every node only one time, not one node is repeated more than one time. So here there are different cycles are given. First cycle is 1 1, that means 1 is starting from vertex 1 and ending at this vertex 1 because of this loop. The second cycle C2 is 1 2 2 1. So it started with at vertex 1 with this edge and ending at vertex 1 again with edge 2 1. Similarly, cycle C3 is started with 1 2 2 3 and again 3 1. Here all the cycles are started with 1 and ending with vertex 1. So here in the paths that we have discussed before, path P1, P2 and P3 of the digraph are elementary paths. Here P1, P2 and P3 are all elementary path because here no nodes are repeating in the given paths. The first path is 1 2 2 3, the second path is 1 4 4 3, the third path is 1 2 2 4 and 4 3. So here nodes are not repeated. Therefore this P1, P2 and P3 paths are called elementary path. Here the path P5 is simple but not elementary because here all the edges are distinct. The 1 4 and 4 1, this both the edges are distinct edges, but here the nodes are repeating. Therefore it is simple but not elementary. Now the next topic is reachability. A node V of a simple digraph is said to be reachable from the node U of the same digraph if there exists a path between U to V. That means two vertices are reachable to one another if there exists a path between them. Now what is geodesic? If a node V is reachable from the node U, then the path of minimum length from U to V is called geodesic. If V is reachable from node U, but there may exist different paths between two vertices V and U, as we discussed earlier in the topic path. But a path of minimum length, what is a path of minimum length? It is called as geodesic path. The length of geodesic from a node U to V is called a distance and it is denoted by distance of UV. Now the next theorem is, in a simple digraph, the length of any elementary path is less than or equal to n minus 1, where n is the number of nodes in a graph. So in elementary path, the nodes are not repeating, that means one node will never repeat again. Therefore, here the length of any elementary path is either less than or equal to n minus 1. So here we discuss reachable set of a given node. So for a directed graph G is equal to VE, the set of nodes which are reachable from a given node V is said to be the reachable set of V, and the reachable set of V, it is denoted by R of V. So here we find in a given digraph some of the reachable sets. So first we find the reachable set of vertex V1. So here from the digraph we can say that vertex V1 is reachable to itself, that means in set V1. Now V1 is reachable to V2, it is also reachable to V3 as per the direction, V3 is also reachable to V4. Therefore V1, set V1, V2, V3, V4. Also here V5 is also reachable from V1. Here V5 is also reachable to V1 using this direction. V6 is also reachable to V1, but V7 is not reachable to V1 due to the opposite direction, and also V8 is also not reachable, V9 is also not reachable, and V10 is also not reachable. Therefore, the reachable set of V1 is V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. Now reachable set of vertex V2 is equal to set. Now V2 is reachable to V3. It is also reachable to V4. It is also reachable to V1. Using this path, it is reachable to V5 and up to V6. It is not reachable to V7, V8, V9 and V10. Therefore, reachable set of V2 is again set V1, set V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Again reachable set of V3. So here V3 is reachable to V4. It is also reachable to V1, V2, V5, V6. Therefore, reachable set of V2 is again V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. So it is reachable set of V3. Again reachable set of V4. V4 is reachable to V1, V2, V3. It is also reachable to V5 and V6. Therefore, it is also is equal to reachable set of V4. And now V5, reachable set of V5. So V5 is reachable to V4 by this path. It is also reachable to V3, V4, V1, V2. Therefore, it is also is equal to reachable set of V5. Now, what is reachable set of V6? So here V6 is not reachable to V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 as per the given graph. It is not reachable to these 5 vertices, and it is also not reachable to other vertices because of opposite direction. Therefore, reachable set of V6 is itself vertex V6. Now reachable set of V7. So here V7 is reachable to V6 by this path. Therefore, reachable set of V7 is equal to V6, V7. Now reachable set of V8 is equal to, now V8 is reachable to V7 and to V6 by this path, V7 and V6. Therefore, reachable set of V8 is equal to V6, V7, V8. Now, what is reachable set of V9? So, V9 is reachable only to itself because it is not connected to the graph. Therefore, reachable set of V9 is equal to V9. And reachable set of V10 is equal to V10. So here we can write reachable set of each and every vertex of a directed graph G. So now we discuss connected and disconnected graph. So what is connected graph? A graph G is said to be connected if there exists at least one path between each and every pair of nodes in graph G. In other words, if every two nodes are reachable from one another. And a graph G is called disconnected if there exists at least one pair of vertices between which no path exists. So as per the previous graph, we can say that here V9 vertex V9 is not connected with other vertices in a graph. Therefore, this graph can be considered as disconnected graph.